Well, look who's made it to the video before me. That's quite a first. But, yeah, guys, welcome to the first video of 2025. Now, I wanted this video not to be a vlog thing or a little talk about 2024 or anything. I wanted it to be a game. So I looked for games, and I think this game will definitely be a great little thing to do. So what's poppin', everyone? It's your boy Phantom, and welcome to Slay the Princess. Ooh, I am pretty excited to do this. I've heard a lot of things about this game, and looks like it will be a very fun experience. So yeah. Now, I do want to say thank you guys for an incredible year last year with just all that support that randomly happened during the summer. And it was crazy, I'm not even gonna lie. I have to thank you guys, for all the support that you guys have given on these videos. But now, I'm gonna let you guys know that I believe this game is 3.5 hours long. At least to do the main story only, which is something that I am gonna be doing. I at least want to get an ending for this video. But, I didn't want to click into the game because there is something here. So let's, read up on before we even get into the game. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions, there are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. I don't know how much that's gonna hold up, but yeah, and hey guys, if you do want to see the rest of the game, we'll set like a actual like goal. Yeah, I know. We'll set, like, if this video gets like 10 likes, no, 100 likes. Sorry, 100 likes, I will return to this game and try to beat more of it. But yeah, and if you want to see that, yeah, you always know exactly what to do, but let's just hop straight into this. Yep, there it is, the pristine cut. Like I said, this game is like 3 hours, like 3.5 hours. So yeah, let's just new game it. Let's waste no time. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Okay,
actually, and in the basement of that
cabin... Hang on. I don't want... Do I have to have... Hang on. You're on a path... Okay, that's... I want to, like, actually read this. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. Okay. Ooh. Also, it's like a choice game, huh? The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's gonna end the world is because she's locked up? Killing this princess seems kind of bad, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it. I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some reward for this? Okay, tell me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted an alpha monarch. End of the world? What are you talking about? I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her. If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not gonna kill her. That seems good. She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it. Okay, what happens if she gets out then? I want specifics. The more specifics you have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job. She's a princess. People will listen to her because listening to her is in their nature. And when they do, everything will come crashing down. Do you have any evidence to back this up? Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't meant to complete? If it weren't to complete a very important task? You have made it this far. You might as well reach the end of your journey. Have you consider that the research is gonna end? While I do appreciate the mental exercise, we're running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She's not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view the situation. Casualty does not matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there's no changing that. But, do we really need to, like, offer this, like, princess? Also, I know my voice is gonna be dead by the end of this session, bro. There is no use to augur semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and is about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her. Can't someone else do this? Oh, if only that were the case, but I don't make the rules. I have to say that I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far, but unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off. Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did. Okay, look, I'll go into the cabin and I'll talk to her. If she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing to anything unless I have the chance to meet her face to face. Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens, but a word of warning, if you do go unprepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies, and the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder you'll be able to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. Sure, go talk to her, see how that turns out for all of us. Alright, and there's the cabin. You make your way up to the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not gonna go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh, so there's like a bit of a two different sides. We have the hero that we are controlling, and we have the narrator who's talking to us and wants you to ignore him. That's interesting, honestly. You know, I'm pretty excited for this. This game does, I think, is a horror, so probably more of the psychological type. But let's go. Pretty excited. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floors and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is the pristine blade. Probably for that slaying action. The blade is your impalement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Alright, let's take the blade. You take the blade from the table. It would be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. Enter the basement. Alright. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by a unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs. Who's there? She sounds dangerous. Almost as she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Hey, I think I'm here to... Just continue down the stairs. Good. You're still listening to reason. Oh. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her waist. binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand. Ah, there you are. Are you here to kill me or something? Here to kill me or something? No. I'm just here to talk. Why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it and then we can chat? Right. He makes a complying point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a real threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do with her after we talk. Maybe she is really a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. Drop it. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang. Thank you. Maybe we can now just talk? Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. He'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I could assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it. So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. I know, I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me? I have my reasons. Do you think I'd just come down here to kill someone without even knowing why? That'd be ridiculous. I've been told things, but I'm not sure what to believe. Believe me. And what do you think asking me what to believe is? It's going to suddenly make everything crystal clear. Let's pretend that that's not going to happen. That's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation. There are people out there that who think you're gonna end the world. What do you have to say about that? Don't just tell her that. Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time. Just how long? Just as long as you've been down here. If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here? Change the wall. Have they told you that why I'm allegedly so dangerous? Oh, that's a good frame. Hang on. Yeah, I'm getting screenshots. I was hoping you'd tell me. Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I don't even know where to start. I believe her. He doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it. At the end of the day, whether the two of us have going on down here, it's about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me, and I know it, and I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking. She has a point. There is a reason I've been telling you to question this situation, and there's a reason you've listened. So I could tell you that I've led a quiet life in the woods, that I opened an orphanage, or that I do any number of good things I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you really don't know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this? She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything. Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So, do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess, clearly incapable of ending the world, or do you trust whoever put me here? She's wrong. This isn't about trust, this is about risk. We stand to lose everything for the sake of one person, and a subject of Margnot, no less. I butchered that entirely. What's your name? She hesitates before answering. You may address me as Your Royal Highness or Her Majesty. Any honorific could do, really. Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her. How long have you been down here? Too long. How would I get you out of here? You can't. Don't bother. I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, then we can always put that knife to good use. Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is, I'm sure of it. Okay, we've talked enough. Oh, have you decided what to do with me? You know why you're here. Okay, so we have a choice. Slay the princess. Oh, we have 3 choices here. We can either slay the princess, we can get her out of here, or we can keep her locked away down, at least for a bit. To like kind of figure out what to do, because we've only had a brief conversation as of right now. I'm pretty sure these are 3 endings right here. Have I not saved? No. I can't believe I just didn't save like that. So we're gonna be checking out these, I guess. I'm getting you out of here. Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart. If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her never to see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the keys to her chain somewhere in the cabin. I'm gonna go upstairs. Check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there, and if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. I'll be here. Alright. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? Hey, let me out of here! Your shouts and pleas were met with silence. You are here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. Try the door. Try the door, but it's locked from the outside. I repeat myself once again. You are here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. Return to the bottom of the stairs. As you make your way up to the bottom, back to the bottom of the stairs, this would have been so much easier if you simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. I heard the door slam. They locked you down here, didn't they? Didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here. You won't like what happens if you do that. Save the... Alright. Let's do that. Let's save it. Again, against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp and you make quick work of it. Long before you're able to crack through bones, she pulls the bleeding stub out of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't do so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, a fierce gaze meeting your eye. But she's still composed after losing an arm, like she's even bothered by it. Crap. Thank you. Now let's get out of here. There we go. Approach the door. Crap. No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. Oh. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this is unfair. You can't just do that. Watch me. Oh. Warn her. Stop that. I thought it was a little too easy. Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I'm trying to get you out of here alive. Resist. Blade, move the blade! You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I could see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick. She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands. Maybe I'll see you in another life. Then she slits your throat with almost a clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it. Ooh, Chapter 2, The Prisoner. What's going on? Oh, it's gonna be one of those games. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. In the basement of that cabin is a princess. You are here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. Wait, hasn't this happened already? It hasn't, or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. Ooh! Voice of the skeptic. Don't forget what he did to us last time around. I want to trust a word out of his mouth. There's gotta be a way out of her. For us and for the princess, we just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's gonna be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. As far as to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world? I told you about the stakes of the situation less than a minute ago. Ooh, so I can either explore, which okay, I get what this game does. So we have, let me save. This is a key point that I could go back to. So we have, the options that we have are either to do something or to explore, or dialogue. There's either dialogue, explore, and actions. The actions are pretty self-explanatory, dialogue is pretty self-explanatory, but explore is to learn more from the narrator. So let's assume that I'm telling the truth and all this did really happen. Why should I listen to you, and why should I bother doing anything? Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you have met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. The absolute irony, but that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I do, which is honestly all the more reason for you not to buy into whatever self-indulgence the three of you are crafting. But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, which is probably for a good reason, do you try and free her? If you did say something really mean to me, because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserve it. I'm a professional after all. Sure you are. Anyways, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us. Now everyone's back to right where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think the princess left unhindered and brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul. Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here, and yet here we are. You're talking in circles. No, I'm talking in facts. Ooh, you know, I'm getting really into this. I hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. Ooh, okay, so we're like trying to really like question, because this guy is holding things back from us. I don't trust the narrator. And until I see the world end after, and instead of us dying, then I will believe that the princess is dangerous. I won't believe the narrator, but I will believe that she's dangerous. Now, I'm gonna resave over this one. Yeah. The reason I want to is because I want to do this. I'm not sure running away's the best idea. We're not the only person stuck here. What about her? Seriously, you're just gonna turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going? Ooh. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. Fine, I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. This looks like the path also leads to the cabin. How convenient! Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world will still be saved after all. Ooh. I'm gonna have all these saves for when we return to this game, if you guys do want to see it. But I'll just go, okay, I'm going into the cabin. Sheesh. That's great to hear. As long as you bring that fiery attitude to the princess slaying, I think this will all resolve splendidly. Good. Going back to the cabin is the only way we can get to the bottom of things. I should have took a screenshot. This place looks different, doesn't it? The interior... Yeah, it's different. Ooh, that's interesting. The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your impalement. You'll need to do this if you want to do this right. This whole cabin is different than last time. Very different. Yes, but why? Did he change it, or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely. No, isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So, focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. He definitely did not. Does a mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should. There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the basement and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I think you know what we have to do. Approach the mirror. Welcome to the wall. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. Wipe the mirror clean. Reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe he'll be back. Know that it's gone. Oh yeah. Take the blade. We take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good idea. Better to be armed than go in with blind hope alone. To the basement. Alright, so this narrator. Ooh, we got some lights up in this sucker, you know. Hey guys, we got the upgrade, you know, candles. Haven't got any ceiling lights. And wow, this is a heck of a read. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across the glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her harsh Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs. That a visitor, I hear. Please come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company. Does she remember us? Dang! You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you. The heavy collar around her neck clanging loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metal course as she adjusts her hands in her lap. So much for cutting her out of here. Did you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there'd be something so obviously useless. That was there last time too, wasn't it? It was. What an interesting development. Why do you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart. Ooh. Okay, we got another diverging path. Holy crap. Okay, this game is pretty in-depth, and I'm pretty enjoying this. I hope you guys are. You know, I don't know if you guys are still watching because, you know, this is a very different game to what I normally do, but this is getting my brain. Hey, what's this? Oh, that's history. So this is like Doki Doki. Okay, I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just gonna leave her here. Sit with her. You walk up. You step towards the princess, but she stops you before getting close, holding up one shackle in hand. There is fine. I propose we keep some distance until we sort this out. That is reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease. Sit where she told you to sit. Where you were told to sit. As you do as she asks and sits on the floor. There's still a good distance away from her. Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me? Oh, wait. What are your intentions for me? My intentions? What do you mean? I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that? Oh, well, we gonna acknowledge that. I thought we weren't gonna give away the game, but yeah, I remember. I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be a one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned into oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously, and you being here means that things are gonna be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else. I'm just gonna make it worse. Just good luck. Now, hold on. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have the chance to talk, and we didn't have to talk in circles. I needed you to believe that this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough, I could cram the seeping mess back into the bottle. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never say I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty unsettling, wouldn't it, to know that you might not be the first version of yourself? At least we can remember. I'll just spit all over my monitor, that's great. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that chance messing it up again, alright? Moving on, why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be left to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information for the sake of the entire world. You need to accept that. I won't. Just give it a rest. This isn't helping. Focus, this is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming. Ooh, what happened after I died last time? Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself with a new place to chase again. More of them. And now you're back. Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. He's probably even more in the dark than we are. You look at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not. I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how. And also another thing I should say, what if killing her resets us back? What if, even if we do the right thing, we still get taken back in time? Or sent to another world, or whatever. I'm really enjoying this game. Oh, this is gonna be a fun video. You were asking about my intentions earlier. What did you mean by that? Ooh. I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit. I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in change. We need you badly if you're gonna save the world. Oh, we can do that. But I feel like this is not gonna work. Because remember last time we tried going up and we were locked. So I don't think that's gonna work. I could be like misreading the situation, but I don't think that's gonna be a point of interest to look out for. Yeah. Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you gonna do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal. Is she forgetting about the shackle? Isn't she forgetting about the shackle on the neck? Or does she think she survived a beheading? You're right, maybe she's delusional, all the more reason not to trust her. Unless she really could survive. Though I suppose you could just you're here to kill me, but I don't think that's in either of our best interest. How am I supposed to cut you out if you didn't notice your head is in a shackle too? Ha, no, like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're gonna do is hand it to me and watch me work. But she would have to cut off her head, right? She can't be suggesting that. She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't. Well, maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you. Though, if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee for what's good for her is good for us. So, what should we do? I don't know, I'm just spelling out our options, like listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world, or she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him. Possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways. I'm not giving you a weapon. In case you've forgotten, you killed me with it last time. But sure, let's talk about what happened, because what happened is exactly my issue. Last time we tried to your body tried to kill me. If you take a moment to imagine yourself in my position, I think you'll understand why letting you near me with that thing is untentable. So be a good bird and hand it over. And if being nice is enough motivation, well, I think you're aware that I'm not afraid to resort to violence. So if you come in with that thing, I will string you with these chains. She doesn't beat around the bush, does she? Yes, it's almost like she's an unfathomable bad person who wishes to inflict pain on others. Or it's another bluff. No hard feelings, of course, but you should be aware of my position. Okay, so I'm getting into this game, bro. Man, my nose is... If you hear me, like, start being nasally, that's my nose just acting up. I don't want to... He could kill us. I don't want that to happen. You do realize that I have as much as reason to distrust you as you have to distrust... God. I do, so I guess this all comes down to which one of us caves first, and it's not gonna be me. I'm extremely patient. It's probably better if we take action anyway. No use to trying to wait her out. That's playing to her strengths. I wouldn't do that if I were you. And why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is? And what? It's going to lock down it's gonna lock the second we put our wrist into it? I don't know, maybe it will. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate. But what if he's telling the truth? He isn't. I am. Ooh, okay. Let's inspect it. Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with fox disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad, isn't it? Is it bad? Yes, it's bad. Come out. Come out and say it, then. You're just wasting time. Oh, fine. As you hoist the shackle, it shifts with your grasp as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much blink, it practically leaps from your hands and snapping around your neck. And as if your situation were bad enough, the same magnet will repel your blade, which is flung from your hand and sets gathering across the floor of the basement. Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now? Become your own jail, a prisoner of the mind. Yes. So it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife, so we're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny. So what are we supposed to do now? We can't even cut ourselves out. I guess we'll starve. That's horrible. It's not all bad. We learn about a piece of information. Not to touch things we're specifically not told to touch. Know that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important. So, we're both stuck here. Yep. What should we do? Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not. Did you know that this was gonna happen to me? No. Not one for small talk, are you? Nope. That's rude. Wait in silence. You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for, but you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring. Then there must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing. But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes, and the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck here too far away from both the princess and the blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it. How exactly does that work? It just does. But, your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time, and after that, even more time passes again. Wait, he slipped up. He slipped up. Remember what he said. Let me, editing me, replay what he told us about her and about this when we first started questioning him. Yeah. He said that she's only a danger if she gets out. But now he's saying that her existence, he's slipping up, he's saying stuff. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same? If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work. I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first. A bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger. Hey, have you noticed the basement changing? I don't like small talk, remember? Still rude. Still rude. Yep, just sitting here in silence. You know, the beautiful. Well, not. Well, I mean, at least the background ambience is unsettling enough. You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can still see earth through holes in the stonework and watch it lichen spread along the seams of the wall. That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode. She hasn't starved. I guess she hasn't. Ooh. Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves throughout the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass and pass. Until suddenly there are no walls, and then... And... I think he's gone. I think he's gone. Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad has happened to either of us. This is the weather outside world. It's cold. Whoa! What the crap? But you don't get the chance to respond. Something gets taken her away and has left something in her stead. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? I don't know where she went. I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. If there's even a her to find anymore. You're right. She's gone, and it's just us and that awful thing. The narrator's gone. Yes, does that mean the world ended? It must have. Do any of us know what the world ending is supposed to look like? I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. You're right. A part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear. Approach the mirror. I'm begging you, don't do this. The mirror never scared you before. It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final. Ooh, you approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silent as you reach forward, they're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Whoa! That's us? Oh, buddy, this game is cool. It's you. You're alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her. Ooh, that's a pretty good... Actually, that one's better. Yeah, I'm taking screenshots. Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel. Is this the end of the world? How can the world have ended if we are talking? You know, that is a good point. I want to pull up my voice mod to, like, you know, do, like, voice effects, but I probably ain't gonna do that. The gift of a fragile vessel? Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Effective to make my own. This one is determined, but also cautious. One that would rather let the world move around her than move it herself. She will make for a patient heart. Do not mourn her. She's exactly where she needs to be. What are you? I'm solitary lights in an empty city. What are you? I don't know what I am. I think you are like me. We are oceans reduced to shallow creeks. Do you know the narrator? You're the only thing I've ever known. The space we are in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us. Are you what set me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I have not trapped you in here, and yet I yearn to be free. Destroy your body? Ooh, okay. No, this is pretty interesting. How long have I been? An hour, buddy. Let's get it. Let's see. You know about the worlds beyond this place? I only know that they are. Are you the princess? She's a part of me, and a part of me is her. But you were always the princess. Are you just making a part of yourself? You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends? What happens now? Nothing, as we are. But I know there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget if you only believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives so that I may be whole. Perhaps I will know our freedom. Ooh, this. I should have read that. I didn't. You ask of things that cannot be done. For it is merely to be reshapen to remold. You're being somatic. What is you gonna do if I help you? How can I know? I am flickers and something sprawling and unilluminated. Okay, make me forget. She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't. Oh, everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 1. Okay, so now we've restarted from the beginning. Ooh, this is a good game, bro. Okay, I'm gonna cut forward because I'm gonna get something to drink and maybe something to eat. I don't know. Guys, I have got my beverage. As you know, I'm really enjoying this game, bro. Like, this is such a good game. Like, honestly, I don't think I've done enough commentary to give this thing justice. But, you know, I guess this video and how well it does will be the judge of that. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of the cabin is a princess. You need to slay her. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. No, you can sit. Hey. Oh, okay. Hang on. So, the end of the world, what are you talking about? Let's do it this time. We're gonna do it. You make your way up to the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I hope I took a good enough screenshot. The interior of the cabin is okay. Okay. You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve. Oh, no talking then? Fine. What makes you think you can kill me? Or how I change up in this space, but for a reason, right? And if that knight's the only weapon you have to get close enough to use it. So you should just drop it. Vesper's not finding out what I can do. She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it will be too late to end this. Slayer. You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. Okay, you feel flesh easily give way as you look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart. Oh, is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, did you actually believe this was enough to kill me? It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, and even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over? I'm not sure. I feel like she has to have some sort of trick up her sleeve. It's over. You could check her sleeves if you wanted, but I can assure you there's nothing hidden up there. Yeah, it's called a metaphor. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that has happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that. Check for a pulse. You lean down and place your hand against the neck, holding your breath as one does as you search for a pulse, even though you're not you're not gonna find one. You'll definitely won't if you keep talking. I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question? Wait, what was that? You know what that was. That was the sound of heartbeat followed by another and another. I guess I won't be dying alone after all. Something sharp digs deep into your side. The shock of it sending your nerves into a panic frenzy. Wait, let's get out of here. Oh! Oh, that's a great screenshot. It's too late for that now. Too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists the blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As she falls with you. As you fall, she falls with you. Exhausted by the effort. The little life that was left in her eyes rapidly fading. An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around. You were so close. Why did you hesitate? Oh, it doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you. For whatever that was worth. It goes dark and you die. Yep, the razor. Okay, so we restart again. You know, I'm gonna need some of this, bro. I'm gonna be dead. Ah. Ah. Good. Now I should definitely be able to complete this. Oh, God. God. I guess my sinuses kicked back in. Okay, guys. I'm probably gonna be nasally for the rest of this recording. I'm sorry. But I guess my allergies are kicking in. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin is a princess. Hang on, I'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I just had to quickly blow my nose. You're here to slay her. You don't have to be the end of the world. Wait, hasn't this happened already? It hasn't, or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. Yeah. It doesn't remember. Ooh, the voice of the cheated. Ooh. Okay. That is cool. So I think, hang on, let me drink a little bit. Is there any bugs in here? No. So, like I was explaining, I think I understand how these time loops are working. So while the hero remembers, we remember, but the voice is always different depending on what you did. This whole thing's just a crock piece of shit. She's just gonna pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again. Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed. Yeah, but that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sink our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us. Calm down, I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job, you'll do just fine. Heh. Away we go. Good call. Seriously, you're just gonna turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going? Yep. Yeah. I'm really keen on wasting everyone's time on you. It's remarkably selfish if you If you ask me, I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies, like dies forever. But fine, you turn back the path and tread down the path you came. Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin, but everything's getting fuzzy. Oh, it's happening again. What's going on? Where are we? What are we? Son of a bitch flipped the table over, didn't he? The princess? The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by a textured nothing. You find yourself in the long quiet once again, and memory returns. Ooh, so we now have our memory back. What's with the... Well, I just get like the... I guess that's the rumbling sound effect. There's a rumbling, distant rumbling. Sound of many sounds. Indulgence. Else is louder as something other comes close. You already know what dwells in the empty spaces. Oh! Healers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremites find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Confusion, why are you here? I'm unfinished. Resistance, fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration, this vessel is full of you. It is useless to us if it doesn't bring any more gifts. Force pushing you against your will. No, you cannot go back, not there. Regret, this world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger, there's only so much thread in this place. Don't waste it. I am our only salvation. And we're back again. Turn to your destined path or face the consequences. Ooh. I at least want to play for like 2 hours. That is the end time for recording. So that means we have a lot more to do. But man, this game is so good. Okay, my camera's still recording. That's good. I can't... So, let me think about where we've gotten to. Okay? So, we have the slayed her ending, as I'll call it. We've had the, turn around and leave. We have the save her. And we have the stuck with her. That's 4 endings. So, we can't kill her. Oh, I should have saved back when we killed her. I could have probably tried something else. Yeah, we'll silently continue. Ooh! I know. Hang on, let me get back to it. Okay. Hang on, let me actually... Let's go load. Alright. Seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If we don't want to deal with her soon, she will find a way out. One way or another, I'm gonna find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I promise that you'll come to regret that decision. You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one. I've made my choice. I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch, and no one has to die. making a mistake. You turn your back to the princess and make your way up the stairs. It won't be long before I slip these chains, and once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind. Slip these chains? She can't, right? She didn't help to get out of here, but do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped her mask. She dropped her mask, didn't she? We could still turn around and finish the job. No, we're sticking to the plan. You'll be the death of all of us, but fine, have it your way. What's the basement door locking behind you, quickly barricading with the heavy wood table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the wall to watch the basement door, and it isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue, but sleep doesn't come. Third your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling to you from the other side of the door. I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this door will hold me for very long. Anyways, it is probably a good idea just to get out and get back on my good side. She sounds terrifying. Like she's still less of the princess you saw, and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind. When I get out of here, I'm gonna pick you apart, piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forget it. You don't know the kind of enemy you made tonight. It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't. So that was just an act. I can't be innocent and harmless if I want to. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice. You put the princess threats out of your mind, and best as you huddle up against the wall. You jolt in the middle of the night, the silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she? Ooh. Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement. You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, as your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, then your feet, then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness your approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course, but I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them. So helpless. I could take my time with you, can't I? Oh. Ah, crap. Guys. Steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking your head in curiosity as you feel the organs shutting down one by one. But maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. Such a shame. What a shame. If you'd only helped me to get out, we could have done such wonderful things together. Your lungs stop drawing in breath as your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left. I say better luck next time, but we both know that this is the end, don't we? It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. Sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 2, The Nightmare. Alright, we got one more round of this. As always, we start back. Man, I haven't... You know, this may be just an hour video, but I want to come back to this game. I hope you guys do enjoy this video. We'll go always with how we normally do. Wait, has it... Let me... You could slay her. If you don't, it would be the end of the world. It hasn't, or if it has, I surely haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. He doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. The voice of the paranoid. Shh, what if he hears us? That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourself very hard best to keep secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off the wrong foot. We have a world to save after all. It's pointless, bro. No matter what we've done, unless there is something that can permanently stay. Let's continue. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us. And after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone. Okay, so we're back down in the cell. Ooh. Hang on, actually. The interior of the cabin. Actually, this would be a better angle. Yep. The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time. It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? She's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm gonna need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out, but if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're gonna struggle to get the job done. Yes, so breathe in, deep breath in, and deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it. This whole cabin is different than I remember being. Very different. I'm not the only one who sees her in the window. Oh. Oh, this game is... Oh. Ooh, that is getting to me, bro. That's actually kind of sending shivers down me. Oh my god. I'm not the only one who sees her in the window, right? She knows that we're here. Calm down, maybe the three of you just think everything is different, because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died and you started being killed by her. Let's focus a lot's writing on this. Approach the mirror. Walk up to the empty basement door frame. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. But at least it'll be a mirror once we walk off that layer of grime. And there's again the hand. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. Did he make it go away? Clearly there is something in there worth investigating if he wants to hide so bad. What if we just entered the basement? We should have taken the knife again. I don't think she's gonna take an olive branch. We need something sharper. I've never tried it. Crossed over the threshold into a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness. Our eyes too. You never mentioned the eyes. They are seats up from below, reminds you of fresh lightning and static. So you descend into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. The princess lives here. Slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs. I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I. Okay, we need a game plan. Last time you were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us. Ooh! We don't need a plan. I'm just gonna kill her. Mr. Narrator seems to think I can do it, and I don't know. We tried! Yeah, I don't... Get out of here! That's a... what can we do? Ooh. You attempt to step off the stairs into the tracks surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? Why did you... think what happened. I was curious. I don't know. Falling into an infinite void seems going downstairs and dying. I'm just scared. How would falling into an infinite void be better than anything? So you make your way to the bottom of the stairs. Whoa! As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways, and at what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. You're not really gonna comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Someone needs to be the voice of reason here, and it clearly isn't you. Excuse me, I've been incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just a matter of factually describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're gonna die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only gonna make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving. I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It really doesn't matter because either way you go, I'm gonna find you. Do nothing. You say it's best to do nothing. There you are. I told you I was gonna find you. Whoa! As Princess approaches you, your legs suddenly go numb. Okay, this is it, isn't it? No little knife this time. It's almost like you want me to get you. Damn, buddies. There has to be a way to have this. Think. What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this. Ooh. I wonder how many times I get to play with you before you break. Your vision suddenly cuts as your blood begins to coagulate. It's almost as the very part of you is becoming lurching hold. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull up and it does. Go put your eyes shoot back open. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... Then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you're doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, liver, lungs, nerves, heart. Again, your eyes shoot back open as you gasp for breath. This is cool! Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead, even if you look ridiculous. She isn't attacking us. Why? The why doesn't matter. She already proved her ill intent to lose sight of your mission. How are we supposed to do that? We don't have a weapon, and the way out of here is nowhere to be seen. That isn't my fault. It doesn't matter whose fault it is, because fighting her isn't an option right now. And you should get looking, shouldn't you? Explorer, if you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation? Remain with your nightmare. Fine, you win. I'll let you leave. What? No! I knew you'd come around. Oh, this is gonna be so wonderful. No, I'm not gonna let this happen. Before you can utter the world, your body starts moving, and... You think you could just whisk away control from us? This body's very functioning as it is. Doesn't the world end if we fail to stop her? Letting us die won't just make it end faster? Shit. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. With a flick of the wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe you're making me watch you. Damn everyone to torment and oblivion. Come along now. We don't want to be stuck down here. The princess glides on the stairs and beckons you to follow. If only you had a weapon, this would be the perfect opportunity to use it. But we don't. We've already made our choice. You can still grab it on the way out. You're not wrong, but maybe you should just let me handle the justice for the time being. Just focus on keeping us alive. Ha ha. Alright. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Okay. You step onto the basement stairs, following the princess as she ascends. Pins and needles punctuate your every step, an uncomfortable and constant reminder of your mortality. Is this really worth it? At least it's a choice. That doesn't justify anything. A terrible choice is still terrible. Make sure you keep up. We wouldn't want you to fall. As of acting on instinct, you crank your neck and look behind you. There is nothing there. Princess reaches up the stairs and taps the door. Her head twists back in your direction, watching you with dead eyes as the way out creaks open. Don't forget that your pristine blade is still on the other side. You could still make this right. You could still save everyone, and you could still save yourself from being her tormented pet. There's no harm in us having a weapon. All does is give us more options. We are dangerously low on those right now. If you consider that maybe you could operate the automatic nervous system for a bit? Everyone is trying to manipulate us, and I can only do so many things at once to keep us alive. Heart, liver. Your body ceases as you regain consciousness on the floor of the cabin. No, you're doing it all wrong. You're supposed to do it like this. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. I guess I have to do everything around here, don't I? Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. There we are, back with me where you belong. I thought you might have decided to break yourself just to spite me. It's better for you that you didn't. Now we can get back to business. For starters, we don't need this where we're going. Ooh, I knew it! Well, I didn't know that, but still. The princess plucks the blade from the floor and tosses it through the door behind you. It vanishes into the inky black of the basement, never to be seen again. I guess we're not stabbing her in the back. I guess not. I'm gonna fix myself a stiff drink. If I'm about to watch you hand the world to her on a silver platter, I'd rather not be sober. And now you open the door. There's nothing else for us to do. Step into the world. Let your terrors loose upon the world. The doorknobs twist in your hand, revealing the forced path beyond the cabin. You bastard, you've actually done it. You've actually doomed everyone. It's beautiful. I can't wait to ruin it. But it's so cold too. It's itching against my skin. The princess, exhausted, slumps to the ground. I feel cold. And there we go again. You do not have an opportunity to respond. Something is taken away and it's left something else instead. She's gone. Oh. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. There's something dreadful about it. I don't think it's you. It's calling us, not in a good way. The narrator's gone. Does that mean the world ended? Yeah, my voice isn't dealing us anymore. Feels good, but I also feel itchy. Cold. I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we even go about looking for her. You're right, she's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. I should feel better with her gone, but I don't. Approach you. I'm begging you, don't do this. The mirror never scared you before. It's different now. Now I think this is going to be a little different. Destroy your body. Yep, you raise your will to end your life, but as it bears into the space, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face. There's nowhere for you but here. What happens now? And I'm guessing... Yeah. Bring the nightmare to her, a tender heart. You know, I honestly think that for everything that we've gone through, I think that would be a good place to end off for today. This was honestly really, really good. I was not expecting the game to be this good. But anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy this little video. I don't know if you enjoyed it or not. I was going to record. I thought this was going to take me 3 hours, but it didn't. But hey, we will be back if you guys do want to see it. Like I said, 100 likes, and I will be back for this game. But until then, I hope you did enjoy, and I will be seeing you all in the next one. Peace!